welcome back. So today we got the Fox edition on the bench because we're going through the refresh. So today this one's getting the XLX2 combination 2028 1100 kV censored motor, all going inside this RC. Now I'm not sure if the 1100 kV motor is going to stay in this thing. I might pull it out and put the 800 kV in it because of the weight of this RC. It might run hot depending on gearing, and if that starts to happen, then I'm going to pull it out. I'll put the 1100 kV in the Outcast or something like that and pull out the 800 kV and stick it in this. Since the Outcast is a little lighter than this, I think the 1100 will work fine in one of those. But because I do have two Outcasts, both have 800s in them. But if that doesn't work out, then we'll just buy an 800 kV for this. But I believe the 1100 will do fine. In the Outcast, this one I'm not sure. But we're going to keep it geared down anyway. So, I've never worked on one of these. As far as the electronics or modifying any of my DBXL-Es, whether it's the original or this one. But what a good day to start. Hopefully I have enough of the parts to get this done. I'm hoping the motor will just bolt right in, but we'll find out. I'm going to pull out these batteries. And we are going to be putting on the big battery connectors. So I might have to start changing over some of my battery packs. Since the motor is on this side. And I do like this Spectrum Coke can motor. I think this is a 1250 or something. I don't know. But this motor might even work fine with just putting an XLX in here. I know that this motor in combination is going to go in my older DBXL-E, the original. So I'm going to take these electronics out, throw it in the older one, because this motor in combination is way better than what's in the original DBXL. So I get to upgrade 2 RCs by 1 motor swap. And then both of them should be about the way I want them. And then I can compare them. I was originally thinking about putting this combination in the older one, but I just like the Fox edition way better. Tired of dangling all those wires. So I'm going to try to cross this over to that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to crack open this diff, and that'll be a separate video for the differential. So I'm going to get that done, and then we'll get back to this video. Be right back. Alright, so went ahead and just finished up the video on putting the 20 million and the earplugs into the center differential. So that's all done. When you guys get time, go check out that video. It'll be posted after this one. But we got this assembly all back together. I got the mesh pretty much set. Hopefully it's not tight. And we're going to go ahead and install this assembly into the DBXL-E. So probably should wipe off some of this stuff, that dirt that we can't get to when this combination is in. Right. So we got the wires faced up. We're going to go ahead and set this whole combination in, and then it looks like this wiring has to stay in that spot, and hopefully it'll looks like it gets locked down under those tablets. There's little tabs in there. But you definitely don't want to pinch the wire. There we go. Now this is supposed to flip over. And then that 2mm is supposed to screw in. Gonna get all these bolts started on top, just to kind of hold everything together while I flip it over. These two bolts were loose too, and these go into anything that was going into the aluminum motor mount seemed to be loose for some reason. So give me 1 second. All right, and it's just not really going to help you. Was it that one? I'm going to throw some blue Loctite on that end. I'm going to use blue on this because they all were loose. Normally I would use red. Oh, that's a lot of Loctite that just came out. this stuff in this Loctite here. One more. Since I spilled so much on the table, just using the excess right here. And we'll crank them down by hand just to make sure they're tight. Because all of them were loose. And that's probably why the motor was making a funny noise the last time it was out, because the bolts were probably loose and the pinion wasn't on there straight, because it was kind of a pinion noise. All right, now that we got that mounted, so we got all that mounted up, this has got me curious. I think I can just go like this to the ESC, but we're going to crack open the ESC and we're going to take a look at, probably end up drilling holes onto this to mount this ESC to the plate. So this ESC looks bigger. See, that'll go right to the batteries over there. I wonder if we can, I slid these wires under here thinking I was going to have to go to the other side, but it might be better on this side. Mounting this thing sideways like this, and then these can loop over A, B, and C, which goes there. This one's B, and this one's A. So that's pretty good. That's not too bad, and the fan mounts right in the cutout that's in there. So I'm going to line that fan up with the center there. So we'll get that lined up there, and we'll do it this way. And then this can lock back under here so that I can plug in, and then we're going to take off the extra wire. But first, a couple of things. One, we're going to unplug this fan. The other thing is we're going to take this harness out. Get those wires off. Here's our sensor wire. And then I'm going to have to scrape and clean this as best I can. So while I get this cleaned, we'll be right back. Just trying to get it centered up. On the bracket so it meets the square. There we go, the fan sticks through perfectly. I end up tucking those wires over that way. And then the sensor. Can go in that way. And then we can secure it to where the old motor wires used to go. Right in there. Now those won't come loose. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the extra set of wires out of this. Trick is to shove it in so that you can get under the tabs and pull the wires out. And then that'll get your extra wires out of there so we don't have to tie those up. Now normally I just solder this, cut the wires and solder it so when I hook up the batteries it just automatically comes on, which we'll probably end up doing again. Get our fan hooked back up. And then this, because we have the extension harness here, I can plug right into that. Then we'll grab a zip tie like it was factory and we'll roll this one up and zip tie this into place as well. Then we'll trim off the excess. And voila, it's hooked up. Nice and clean there. Make sure the wires aren't pinched on the motor mount, they can't come out. There we go. Mesh is perfect. So all I have left is to solder on our battery lines, which I'll do in the next video because this is taking way too long. And I'll have to wire that stuff out. And that should end this video. So like, comment, subscribe on this video. Check out the next video, which will be me modifying this center diff. And let me know what you think of that video. But there we go, guys. XLX2 Mamba Monster, or 2028 Coke can motor, 1100 kV censored. Everything's installed except for our battery cables, and we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.